So in this video, I'm going to tell you that sometimes you shouldn't let go of your fears, because sometimes your fears is holding you back for a good reason. Sometimes you shouldn't, divorce and become a single mom. Sometimes you shouldn't just travel to the other side of the globe and sell all your possessions. Maybe you shouldn't try psychedelics. Maybe you aren't ready to deal with your trauma right now. And you have to know that these people that give you advice on the internet, some of them have been so deeply depressed that their option was to kill themselves. So like Eckhart Tolle, like he was about to kill himself, and then he realized that life is in the here and now. And maybe you are not that deeply depressed, and maybe you aren't ready to follow that advice just yet. So how to know what to do? Some of these coaches that give advice on the internet, they advise you to kind of really don't spend a lot of money to learn from them how to make a business going. And what you need to ask yourself is whether or not you actually want that type of business going, the type of life they want to help you create. Because do you really want to stand and scream in social media day in and day out, 5 days of the week, to sell your products and services? And these are questions that you need to ask yourself, because maybe it's not worth the effort. Because what you need to understand is that maybe that the things that the changes that you need to make costs more than you are willing to pay. Because if you really want to change your life, you have to know what the new life is going to look like. Because if you kind of burn all the bridges and sell all your possessions and jump into deep waters, you better know where you're going to be. And then you have to have deeply contemplated what you want your life to look like first, relationship wise, in terms of what you want to spend your life working with, how you want to earn your money, and what's important for you in your life. Because if you don't do that, then you're going to realize that you listened to all this advice, and in the end it took you in a direction that you didn't want. So this is actually, when you're making these changes, it's super hard. It's so much new things you need to learn, and even though that's good in and of itself, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you in terms of time, effort, money. And to be motivated enough, you need to know why you're doing it. So you have to kind of find your why. And your why is actually linked to what your contribution in the world is. And if you're actually going to make these changes and they are going to be worthwhile doing, it has to be some kind of higher purpose. It has to be linked to why you're on the planet. So I am sure that if you introspect, you can pay attention to things that you are really angry about in society, because there are structural problems in institutions and in society that are really not fair. Like you have discrimination against women, you have people not taking care of their children, you have a lot of things that need to change to become more sustainable. And what's your contribution in this? How are what are you most passionate about? What's most important for you? Like, if you don't really know that, if you haven't identified that, then you can't actually make these changes, because it's going to be superficial. And listening to random people talking loudly on social media and on internet about how much it will help you to take up a loan to pay them millions of dollars, because then you're going to make these changes. I don't think that, it's going to be a waste of money unless you did the introspection first, unless you kind of know first what you're meant to be doing. So that's the first step. And then you could go get coaching. Also, you could get coaching to find your purpose first, to understand what is it that you really want. I'm here to do that for you if you contact me. But in my opinion, that's the most important part. So that's the answer to why you should hold on to your fears. Like, don't do it unless you did the introspection part first, unless you kind of figured out what your purpose is. That's going to give you the drive to actually do all the difficult stuff that you actually need to do to change your life. Thank you.